white peach, yellow peach, Nata De Coco. This thing's got everything. Everyone, welcome back to Obscure Cola. Today we're going to try a Japanese drink. This is from the company Sangaria, and I think the name, well, the English name on here is Nata De Coco Peach, but the Japanese name, or the name in Chinese characters at least, in kanji, is a little bit more interesting. So it's basically white peach or ampersand, yellow peach, and then it says up at the top, Tsubu Tsubu Nata De Coco Hairi, I guess is. So it's, in other words, there is Nata De Coco, Tsubu Tsubu Nata De Coco. Tsubu Tsubu meaning that in Japanese, onomatopoeia, I guess, is included in this. So in other words, it is a Nata De Coco, no, it is a white and yellow peach blend, mix, drink that also includes Nata De Coco. So I don't know if I sit here long enough. Yeah, you can see there's something in there. Let's pour it out. I brought a glass, so we'll see. I believe, oh, there you can see it. It's really suspended in there. Impressive, actually, quite impressive. So I guess it's not a soda. It doesn't say it's carbonated. So despite the name of this channel, well, it's not Obscure Soda, it's Obscure Cola. And this is definitely not a cola, but it's also not a soda. The other thing is, like, look how little air there is. This thing is like filled up to the cap with drink. So somehow it feels like it's more than just 500, because a normal one would be like up to here, and that's 500 milliliters. But this one is like, I don't know, maybe the Nata De Coco swelled up over time and it's under pressure, and there's like just a little bit of pocket of air left in there. So I have to be careful when I open this, because literally the top is, oh, there we go. So it was somehow compressed, because as I opened it, it sort of, the bottle expanded. Okay, so now, yeah, you can see now the fluid is down to here, and let's pour it out. Am I getting any Nata De Coco? Yeah, I got some Nata De Coco. So the reason I brought my glass this time is twofold. One is because I have a novelty drink that includes some suspended matter. And also I got a comment a couple days ago about, like, I think it was my white soda, one of the white soda ones I did from Japan 6 months ago. And people were like, oh yes, you got the glass so I can actually see it finally, right? Or something like that. And I do use that once in a while for things that are special colored or have things floating in it that you can't see from the bottle, especially if it's in a can, right? You kind of have to do that. So especially since now people are apparently really liking that, I'll try to do it more often. But now that means I have to drink at least this much of this thing. So I should have probably poured a little bit less. But anyway, let's try it. Smells kind of peachy. I got some chunks.
You don't scare me. I got chunks of guys like you in my stool.
So somebody also left a comment a while ago on another Nata De Coco related drink. How I guess Nata De Coco is from the Philippines, and it's literally like chunks of coconut or something, which I never bothered to research, so that's a thing now. Not now, it's a new thing to me, but it's been a thing for a while. You can see the chunk on there slowly sliding down. So these are quite small little cubicle things, but little cubits. But yeah, I'm not really tasting anything. They're a little bit harder than I expected. A little bit less chewy maybe. But they're so small that it's hard to, like, you know, you just swallow and they're gone. But not bad. I mean, peach-wise, I do like peach sodas. I've done a bunch of peach sodas lately. Well, every spring there's the Doll Festival in Japan. And because it's spring and it's sort of renewal and stuff, somehow peach is related to that as a symbol. I always put the same screen cap up. But anyway, Japanese brands tend to put out limited edition special peach drinks around the spring. So that's like in the beginning of March. So maybe this one's a little bit old, but it was probably done for that. And I think it actually says it's a new product. It doesn't say it's a limited edition, but it just does say new. It's made in Japan. So where to start? Let's say, first of all, it actually says that the English title that's given to these on the importation sticker is Sangaria Nata De Coco White and Yellow Peach Juice with Pulp, 500 milliliter PET, the bottle. So first of all, there should be some pulp. It does have juice, which is great. It actually says here, less than 10%, up to not more than 10% is technically what that means. Like literally that's not, and that's exceeding or satisfying. So yeah, not exceeding 10% juice. But anyway, because it has an importation sticker, they list the carbs and the sugar. Normally in Japan, they only list the carbs. So on the Japanese label, it says the carbs is 8.8 grams per 100 milliliters. But for some reason, and I think it's probably because they didn't bother to test it separately or calculate it separately, the sugar is listed here as 8.8 grams, which is actually pretty low. So you think, oh, well, this is better than a soda, because a soda is something like 10.6, depending on where you get it, maybe 11.3 grams of carbs, actually, in Japan. So this is better. But in fact, when I read all the way down on those ingredients levels, the different levels all the way down to the least common one, it actually says at the bottom, sweetener, ACE K, acesulfame, whatever it is, ACE K, I don't even want to mispronounce it, stevia, and sucralose. Okay, so I don't like any of those three. Stevia is the natural one, ACE K is the one that's in Coke Zero, and sucralose is in other stuff too, imitation sugar basically. And then after that, it actually says, may contain traces of peach. Well, I hope so. And maybe that's where they say with pulp, because it says with pulp, so there better be some trace of peach in there. And it literally says peach juice further in there. So I guess somewhere mixed in there might be like actual shreds of the pulp from the juice. So it's not screened, it's not filtered out. You're getting the real deal in there. I don't see any chunks that look fibrous-y. I just see, I guess there are, yeah. There's some little suspended things that aren't chunks, but they're still in there. So that could be like similar to the pulp you see in the orange juice, I guess. Anyway, you get the idea. I think I'd like it better if it was carbonated. I have to give them some credit. I really don't like ACE K, and I can almost always taste the fake sweeteners, but somehow this one, I'm not noticing it. So I don't know if it's in the Nata De Coco or it's in the juice or what, or the juice is enough to overpower it. But so far, I drank almost half of this and I haven't really felt the telltale aftertaste of the artificial sweetener. So I have to give them some credit for that as well. Peach-wise, don't ask me the difference between a white peach and a yellow peach. That doesn't look too white to me. That definitely looks like yellow to me. But anyway, so I guess I can tell that there's a blend, perhaps, maybe. It tastes like a peach, whatever. Anyway, so I have to give a final verdict on this guy, which I don't know what to say. So I'll say, what's that Michael Jackson song? It don't matter if you're white or yellow. Let's put it that way. Okay, so that's it for today. See you guys next time. Don't forget to check out my other videos, hopefully more exciting than this. I need to do a little explanation about where I'm filming. This is actually my office. We have like a studio space here. And this is actually the back wall that's supposed to be absorbing the sound. You're supposed to be shooting that way, but I thought this was more interesting. So anyway, I will try switching it next time. So anyway, that's it for today. See you. Bye. Welcome back to Obscure Cola. Today we're going to try Coca-Cola Apple. I'm here with my son in Japan. Just got this at a Family Mart today. Apparently Coca-Cola...